Every game holds the promise of victory, yet some have delivered only heartbreak. Behind the cheers and roars of sports arenas lie stories of athletes who gave their all, sometimes their very lives. These tragic moments not only shocked the world, but reshaped the safety and spirit of sports forever. Join us as we remember the heroes whose final moments in the arena left indelible marks on history, reminding us of both the thrill and the peril that lie at the heart of competition. Number 10. Peanut Shaddy Team Soccer. In October 1998, a game between the Bennett Shaddy and Basanga teams in the Democratic Republic of Congo was abruptly halted by an extraordinary tragedy. The game, already intense and tied at 1-1, was struck by lightning. All 11 players on the Bennett Shaddy team were reportedly killed instantly, while members of the Basanga team walked away unscathed. Spectators and other players suffered burns, but the deaths of all 11 Bennett Shaddy players without harm to their opponents led to a widespread belief that dark magic had been used by the opposing team. The event raised questions beyond sports, intertwining local beliefs, superstitions, and supernatural speculations, which remain part of the mystery surrounding the incident. While these claims were never substantiated, the tragedy left a deep impression on the local and international soccer communities. Safety protocols against lightning were later emphasized in many outdoor sports, though the mystery surrounding this particular incident endures. Number 9. Hank Gathers, Basketball. Hank Gathers was a star player for Loyola Marymount University, known for his impressive scoring and rebounding ability. Diagnosed with hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, a heart condition, he continued playing while on medication, though it affected his performance. Tragically, on March 4, 1990, Gathers collapsed after a slam dunk during the West Coast Conference tournament and was pronounced dead shortly after. His sudden passing shocked the basketball community, and his teammates honored him with a memorable run to the National Collegiate Athletic Association Elite Eight that year. Gathers' death drew attention to athlete heart health, inspiring lasting changes in monitoring and care that extended his legacy beyond the game. Number 8. Nodar Kumaritashvili, Luge. Nodar Kumaritashvili, a 21-year-old Georgian luger, was set to make his Olympic debut at the 2010 Winter Games in Vancouver. Tragically, during a training run on the morning of February 12, Kumaritashvili lost control on the notoriously fast Whistler Sliding Center track. He veered off the course at a speed exceeding 90 miles per hour, hitting an unprotected steel pole, leading to a fatal crash. Medical teams attempted to resuscitate him, but he succumbed to his injuries shortly after. Kumaritashvili's death drew significant scrutiny to the track's design, which many athletes had deemed excessively fast and risky. In response, officials altered the track's walls, reduced starting heights, and mandated stricter safety protocols. Despite these changes, his death left a lasting impact on the sport, emphasizing the need for improved safety measures and track designs that prevent similar tragedies. Number 7. Ayrton Senna, Formula One Racing. Brazilian Formula One legend Ayrton Senna, a three-time world champion, is remembered for his extraordinary driving skills, intelligence, and charisma. However, during the 1994 San Marino Grand Prix at Italy's Imola circuit, Senna's career met a tragic end. On May 1, Senna lost control of his car on a high-speed corner, crashing into a concrete wall. The impact of 135 miles per hour caused fatal head injuries from a suspension component that penetrated his helmet. His death sent shockwaves worldwide, as fans mourned the loss of a sporting icon. Senna's death, coupled with another driver fatality the previous day, led to drastic safety improvements in F1, including reinforced cockpit structures, head and neck support devices, and mandatory crash tests. The FIA established the Institute for Motorsport Safety, pushing F1 toward a safety-first era that has since saved countless lives, all inspired by Senna's tragic fate. Number 6. Owen Hart, Wrestling. Owen Hart, a charismatic wrestler from the famous Hart wrestling family, was loved by fans for his talent and humor. Wrestling as the Blue Blazer, Hart was preparing for a dramatic entrance at the Over the Edge pay-per-view event on May 23, 1999. Tragically, the harness malfunctioned, causing him to fall 78 feet into the ring. The arena fell silent as medical personnel rushed in, but Hart was pronounced dead shortly after due to blunt force trauma. His death sparked a public outcry and a lawsuit from his family, settled for $18 million. The accident prompted WWE to reevaluate its stunt protocols, putting stricter safety standards in place for future performances. His passing remains one of the most haunting tragedies in professional wrestling history, as fans and family members continue to honor Hart's memory. Number 5. Philip Hughes, Cricket. Australian cricketer Philip Hughes was a talented batsman with a promising future, known for his courage and skill. During a match in November 2014, he faced a bouncer, a high-speed ball meant to be challenging but safe. Hughes attempted a shot, missing and being struck in the neck, just below his helmet. The impact caused a vertebral artery dissection, leading to fatal brain hemorrhaging. Despite being placed in an induced coma, Hughes passed away 2 days later, just shy of his 26th birthday. His death highlighted safety concerns in cricket, prompting an overhaul in helmet designs to cover the vulnerable neck area. Hughes' passing deeply impacted the cricketing community, inspiring improved protections and safety regulations in his memory. Number 4. Bill Masterton, Ice Hockey. Bill Masterton's tragic death is a stark reminder of the risks in hockey. A skilled center for the Minnesota North Stars, Masterton's promising career ended abruptly on January 13, 1968, after a collision with two players. Without a helmet, he fell and struck his head on the ice, losing consciousness immediately. His injuries were so severe that he passed away 2 days later, becoming the only NHL player to die from injuries sustained during a game. Though his death didn't lead to an immediate change, it ignited discussions on player safety. Helmets became mandatory over a decade later, partly inspired by Masterton's legacy. The Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy is awarded annually to the NHL player best exemplifying perseverance and dedication, a lasting tribute to his commitment to the game. Number 3. Sarah Burke, Freestyle Skiing. Canadian freestyle skier Sarah Burke was a pioneer in her sport, winning multiple Winter X Games gold medals and advocating for the sport's inclusion in the Winter Olympics. Sadly, in January 2012, while training in Utah, she suffered a fatal fall. Attempting a challenging trick, she landed on her head, which ruptured a vital artery, causing cardiac arrest. Despite surgery to repair the artery, Burke passed away 9 days later. Her death had an enormous impact on freestyle skiing, leading to increased safety measures and a renewed focus on preventing head injuries in extreme sports. Burke is remembered as a champion who elevated the sport and inspired future generations, her legacy honored in the Canadian Olympic Hall of Fame. Number 2. Benny Kid Parrott, Boxing. Cuban boxer Benny Kid Parrott's career was tragically cut short during a brutal bout with Emil Griffith in 1962. The rivals had fought twice before, but in this third fight, Griffith delivered a series of punches that left Parrott unconscious. As Parrott lay in a coma, public opinion questioned the sport's safety, and networks reduced their televised boxing matches. He died 10 days later due to a brain hemorrhage, and Griffith reportedly struggled with guilt over the incident. The tragedy sparked a reassessment of boxing regulations, prompting stricter measures for fighter health and safety, including quicker referee intervention and improved medical standards in the ring. Number 1. The 1955 Le Mans disaster, motorsport. The 1955 Le Mans disaster remains one of the darkest days in motorsport history. During the 24 hours of Le Mans race in France, Pierre Levy's Mercedes-Benz struck another car and was launched into the stands, killing Levy and 83 spectators and injuring 120 others. Debris, including the car's hood, flew into the crowded stands, causing devastation. The disaster led to the immediate cancellation of motorsport events in several countries and spurred widespread reforms. Safer racetrack designs, improved spectator barriers, and mandatory safety features in cars were implemented, transforming motorsport into a safer pursuit. The Le Mans tragedy serves as a solemn reminder of the risks in racing and the constant pursuit of safety in sports. Thanks for joining us on this journey through some of the most heartbreaking moments in sports history. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the unforgettable moments that shaped the world of sports. Let us know in the comments which story impacted you the most, and remember to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Until next time, stay inspired and stay safe.